Cereal Box presents Geek, Actually, the complete Season 1. Written by Cathy Yardley, Melissa Blue, Rachel Stuhler, and Cecilia Tan. Narrated by Suzanne Barbetta.
Geek, Actually, Season 1, Episode 1, WTF. Written by Cathy Yardley. Narrated by Suzanne Barbetta. Michelle.
Where the fuck has your author gone?
Michelle sighed as she looked up from the manuscript she'd been trying to edit since she got in that morning. All she wanted to do was get this one manuscript completed before she got home for a change, instead of staying up until midnight. It was heading toward lunch, and she'd barely made a dent. She glanced at the desk clock, half hidden by stacks of manuscripts, galleys, and review copies. Senior editor at Faraday Publishing might be her dream job, but the actual work was a slog. She took a deep breath, focusing on the current emergency. "How can I help you, Pam?" Pam, the publicist, stood over her. In the years that they'd worked together, Michelle had noticed that the woman was often pissed, or at least irritated. But now, Pam was so angry she was shaking. Her short, red-tipped gold hair stuck straight up, like she'd been tearing at it with both hands.
"You can help me by getting your special snowflake in line,"
Pam snarled. "Which snowflake?" Michelle responded, thinking of her current list of authors. Sterling Knight was an old-school, hardcore sci-fi writer who was generally a pain in the ass about publicity. Phil Gunther was an up-and-coming epic fantasy writer who needed equally epic amounts of hand-holding and ego-stroking. There were plenty of options. Before Pam could answer, Michelle's phone buzzed, signaling an incoming call from Ted, one of the best literary agents in the business. He'd been hounding her for feedback on a controversial proposal he wanted to start shopping for the past few weeks. He'd been nudging her with texts and calls more often, since he wanted it out by the end of the week. Ted also happened to be her husband, but since he never called her during work hours in his spousal capacity, she didn't feel too guilty hitting ignore. She pushed a wayward strand of black hair out of her eyes, stick straight, a legacy from her Filipina mother, and frowned, realizing that she'd forgotten to put any product in this morning. She'd been in a
Sample complete. Ready to continue?